Good morning, welcome down to DevonKoi pond on another glorious Devon morning. Absolutely beautiful down here this morning. Well, the intention was to get the covers off last week, but we had that cold snap and cold overnight and it was just too much. But the covers, I've been having them slowly open for longer and longer over the last few days, so the water temp's gone down a bit. Today, glorious, and I'm going to take the damn covers off. So give me a few minutes here, a minute. We'll get the covers off and see what these fish are looking like for this coming season. Not a big job this. I'll just put them against the fence for now. So I've got to have a bit of a sort out down behind the shed before I put them away. And I make sure I collect all my balls. Nothing a chap likes worse than losing his balls. Knock the air off on the bottom drain a minute so we can have a look. Oh, that's so much better. 6 months of waiting for this. Everybody's the same. Worst time of the year when you cover your fish pond over and then breaking it open come spring. It's a few jobs I have to do. Now it's due another treatment of the top up of the resolve, just to help keep the blanket weed in check. Really good look over the fish because now I can actually see them all. I'll probably get the net out as well, do a little bit of netting and a little bit of scraping. I haven't seen any flashing, but we don't want to see any. Didn't got away with it last year. No treatments, barring the one for blanket weed, nothing for the fish. Hopefully this year will be the same, but you never know. And coming into summer now, it's the worst time. You could get all sorts. The bottom of the pond wants a good sweep. Now the cover's off, I can get the brush and just sweep around the bottom. Just make sure there's nothing settled in the corners and all over. I'll put the air stone on by the skimmer a minute and get them a handful of food. Got some sinkers here, pop in small ones, which the two babies in here take some work on. Hoping you got a good view there. I'll move the camera down a bit closer in a minute. So yeah, according to this, you're supposed to redose monthly to prevent reoccurrence. Well, it's about 5 weeks, maybe 6, since I dosed with this. So I'm going to redose, but it took half the pot to do the treatment. I'm actually going to quarter this and redose with a quarter of this. So I'm going weaker than they recommend, but we'll see what happens. So I'd like this to cover us for sort of 3 months or more. We'll give that a go. I'm hoping you got a good view on them here. I'll just do a little bit of zoom in for you. This is the view I like of my fish. I wish I could have had a pond window, but it would have been on the lower side of the pond, and at that, not really a lot of point in putting one in. But seeing as my garden's on the slope here like this view of the fish I get is from my upper patio. So sat out here of an evening, absolutely amazing for me. It's nearly overhead view of them. I didn't look at the water temps this morning. I'll have a look when we go down there in a minute. But let's take the camera down there now. The new upflow's been running fine all week. That's ready for a clean, I suspect, maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping not to have to clean the easy pod. I'm going to try and leave that one like 2 weeks between the cleaning of the two pods. Certainly the second pod. The first pod might want to clean. I will literally have a look. I've put a mark in it for the water level to see what it rises, if it's barely noticeable, because those there now are acting like fines filters, with the upflow taking the majority of the rubbish that comes through just under 70 microns, and then the two easy pods after that screening it down even finer. Let's pop the camera down on the lower deck a minute where we can see the temperature and everything as well. There we are, back on the pond. And this morning here I've actually got a temperature of it's just flashing on 12 degrees. So it has dropped down a bit with the covers over it, even though it's been cold for the last week. Daytime temperatures haven't been much over freezing. We've had snow, sleet, hail showers. It's been pretty abysmal. The temperatures have remained fairly constant in the pond, but it was on a slow decline. But as I said, I've had the covers open for the last few days, all day, and then half open overnight, letting the water temperature go down a bit, and all in the anticipation of doing this, because let's face it, it's this time of year is the time of year we wait for if we're unheated. Well, even if you're heated, you've got covers over your pond, you still want to get them taken off. Now, this will give me a chance now today to give a really good inspection on the fish, get that resolve in. I've also still got to vacuum out the veg filter. I didn't do that last week. Other things, jobs come up in the workshop, got to pay the bills somehow. That gives me a bit of cash doing a few jobs on the lathe and milling machine. Right, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Back to the full enjoyment of your koi pond. Covers off. Well, I've sorted out half that pot of what I had left to resolve, which should have been enough to treat 3,000 gallons again. I'm going to put in half of it, and it says don't need to do anything with it, just sprinkle it around the edges of the pond. So that's what I'm going to do, just sprinkle it around the pond, and we'll see if this keeps the stuff away. If not, I can see me putting the other bit in, but we will see. Obviously got quite a bit of work to do here. Need to go all the way around the pond and power wash the entire thing. So that was the simplicity of that. Got that in. I'll chuck the air back on in a minute. Right, if you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up or the thumbs down, and do a subscribe if you aren't subscribed into the channel. I'm going to be doing a competition next week or the week after. You don't want to miss that. I'm going to be giving away some of the koi plaques again. Just need to get back to work to make a couple more, but that'll be next week or the week after. Not sure yet. Got to tidy up here. Want to vac out the veg filter. I might, while I got the vacuum out, I might even run it over the bottom of the pond, but a quick sweep with a brush, stir it up. The filters will take it out in no time. Right, I'll stick you on the end here for a final parting shot of the fish, which hopefully they'll come up again. Spooking them, having the cover off, obviously. They're just not used to that. Sun's gone a bit milky now, but that's it. We're in summer mode. Hopefully everybody's covers will be coming off. So from down here in Devon this week, just a quickish update. Happy ponding to you. Hope your covers are coming off soon, and it's going to be a cracking ponding season. Bye for now.